If you are watching this, there is a secret you are likely guarding with your life. It's a ritual that usually happens in the bathroom or the bedroom behind a locked door. It happens when the noise in your head gets so loud, so chaotic, and so unbearable that you feel like you are going to explode. And then you do it. You hurt yourself. And contrary to what the rest of the world thinks, you don't do it because you want to die. You do it because you need to breathe. People who don't understand call it attention seeking, but you and I know the truth. It is the exact opposite. You hide the marks. You wear long sleeves in the summer. You are terrified that someone will see. Because for you, that moment of pain isn't about drama. It's about silence. It's about that singular, sharp moment of clarity where the emotional tornado in your brain suddenly stops and everything focuses on just one point of physical sensation. It feels like a release valve. It feels like control. But then the shame sets in. You look at what you've done and you think, I am crazy. Who does this to themselves? I want you to listen to me very closely. You are not crazy. You are in pain, and your brain is doing the only thing it knows how to do to keep you alive. Let's change the narrative right now. Society looks at self-injury and sees destruction, but biologically, self-injury is actually an attempt at regulation. You are not trying to break your body, you are trying to fix your mind. Think of it this way. You are currently carrying an emotional load that is heavier than your nervous system can handle. Maybe it's trauma. Maybe it's self-hatred. Maybe it's a numbness so profound that you feel like a ghost and you just want to see if you are still real. When you hurt yourself, you are performing a crude form of emotional alchemy. You are taking psychic pain, which is invisible, endless, and impossible to control, and you are converting it into physical pain, which is visible, finite, and heals over time. Physical pain has a start and an end. You can bandage it. You can see it. It makes sense. Emotional pain, that feels like drowning in an infinite ocean. So this behavior isn't a glitch. It is a desperate makeshift survival raft. You aren't a monster for doing it. You are a survivor who found a tool that works. The problem is just that the tool is a double-edged sword. Why does it work? Why does pain, something we are biologically wired to avoid, feel like relief to you? This is where the neuroscience gets fascinating and a little heartbreaking. It all starts in a part of the brain called the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex. Here is the kicker. This part of the brain processes emotional distress and physical pain using the exact same neural circuitry. To your brain, a broken heart and a broken bone look remarkably similar on an MRI scan. When you are in a state of extreme emotional distress, your HPA axis, your stress response system, is redlining. Cortisol is flooding your system. You are panic-stricken. When you inflict physical pain, your brain reacts to the injury by releasing a massive flood of endogenous opioids, specifically beta endorphins and enkephalins. These are the body's natural morphine. They are painkillers. But here's the secret. These opioids don't just numb the physical cut on your arm, they numb the emotional pain in your heart. Because the circuitry is shared, the morphine works on both. That feeling of calm or floatiness you get right after, that is a literal chemical high. You are essentially self-medicating with your body's own pharmacy. Additionally, for those who feel numb or dissociated, the pain acts as a jolt. It forces the brain to snap back into reality, proving that you are still here and you are still alive.